Throughout the off season. We sure appreciate it, and it's been very productive. Spirits have been high, body, mind, spirit. Guys have been doing a great job trying to take care of themselves in every single kind of way, be the best player they can be, the best teammate they can be, and that's what we try to strive for. So this is the end of this part of it, and then we'll start the next part of it when the guys get back. And this interim time is some time that they need to kind of, like Marlon talked about to the guys right now, think about what you want to accomplish this year, and what you need, whatever it might be. And everybody's got somewhat of a different motivation. And whatever that thing is, think about it and think about how you're going to get that accomplished. And I thought that was a great message to everybody going forward. So what questions do you have?
Yeah, John, you mentioned about Marlon. Did you have any particular message?
I did. I'll tell you, the main one, now that I remember, it was brilliant, by the way. No, I just said preparation pays off. We reap what we sow, and let's make the most of the next few weeks and be ready to roll. I did say the days are long, the years are short, the weeks are even shorter, and the days are even going to be short as it gets close to camp. So the time is coming. Let's roll.
Hey John, we haven't seen JK out there the last 3 days. Do you have any update on him?
I really don't. I expected JK to practice, and it wasn't in the cards apparently. So we'll just get ready for training camp.
John, we saw over the course of the spring a lot of balls batted at the line of scrimmage. Do you view that as a plus for the defense, a minus for the offense, and offensively, how do you change that?
Yeah, you try. That's a little bit of a dilemma because we're not in pads, so the offensive line can't do what they would do to keep those hands down because it's a non-contact thing. So in a lot of ways, the offense has big advantages because the defense isn't contesting any passes. So you see a lot of passes completed that the defense would contest in a regular environment. Well, this is one that goes to the defense because the offense can't do what they've got to do to block those guys to get their hands down. So, and I don't want to keep the hands down because I want guys to practice batting the ball down. I think that's a learned trait, and it's a reaction. So we go ahead and let them do it, and then we figure we put the ankle weights on the quarterback in the sense that you've got to learn to throw through those hands with the ankle weights on.
John, 6 weeks about camp, any injury concerns so the guys won't be ready, be it JK or Bowser or Ricard?
Don't have any issue with JK. He should be ready. Tyus should be ready. Ricard won't be ready to start. He'll be on PUP to start, but he should be ready shortly thereafter. He had hip surgery, so there's a certain timeline to that one. And Jalen Armour-Davis should be ready to roll. That's the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
What has Tyus been rehabbing?
He just came back. His knee kind of bothered him a little bit. He was ready to go. He's rehabbing full speed, and then when he came back, his knee kind of flared up for some reason.
John, JK and Gus not being on the field this spring, Justice Hill seemed like he took all the reps with the starting offense. How do you think he looked? And how pleased were you to get him back with him being a free agent?
He did. He did a good job. All those reps helped him. I think he was looking. Repetition is the name of the game. Opportunity to get better. You get better, you get worse. It takes 100% effort to get 1% better. You're going to say, well, he's throwing all these cliches out. Yeah, but they're cliches for a reason. There's truth involved. Some of these are self-evident truths, and I think Justice made the most of it.
John, along the same lines, we saw the rookie Lalulu take a lot of first-team reps at left guard. I know it's hard to judge without the pads, but has he put himself in a position to compete for the starting job come July?
He has, Childs. He has done a great job, and he's in the mix right now. I'd say you saw him with the first team. We wanted to get a look at him in there and see how it looked with him in there. One thing we always try to do, and I think this is a little bit rare, but we want to see what guys look like with the first group. What does it look like? You can speculate all you want. If they start doing a good job with the second group or the third group, and you feel like they're up to it, I want to see how that fits. And it looked like it fit well.
John, how close is what you had heard about Todd before you hired him to what you had seen here, including your sister's scouting report?
It's there's nothing like the real thing, right? And seeing Todd in real life is even better than reports, I would say. He's a very good teacher. He does it in a very energetic kind of way, the way that we love to see around here. He's just very relatable. He's also, a very detailed coach, especially in the passing game, but not just that. The protection, the run game, the quarterback reads, everything. He's very involved, very hands-on. Our coaches over the years have all been like that. I think Todd's unique in his way of doing it. You guys get a chance to see it. How could I describe it? You guys just watch it. What you see out there is what he is all the time. That's his personality, and I think it's a great way to reach guys.
John, I think it was a couple weeks ago at OTA, Lamar said
in this offense, he feels you're going to throw the ball more and of course everyone's going, what's that going to look like now? How do you envision that? I mean, do you feel that this is an offense where you are going to throw the ball a little bit more, and maybe how much more?
I mean, it's not a comparison. It's a comparison question what you're asking me, and it is very well veiled, and you do what you got to do from year to year, from game to game, based on what you need to try to do to win the game.
Right.
It's the way we've always looked at it. Whether it was last year, especially toward the end of the year, what was done because it gave us the best chance to win in our eyes, and we were playing pretty good football, right there at the end. So, but this is a new year. We have new players. We have new opportunity. We have a new system. We put a whole new system in. I like the system because I like the tempo of it. I like the way it communicates, the way it operates. And I think within that system, we're going to be able to do whatever we need to do. So we're going to be able to run the ball. We're going to be physical for sure. That's going to be part of it. But we're going to be able to throw the ball too. And then as far as Lamar's 6,000-yard thing, I heard that quote. I was there. I know what he meant. He was saying basically how many yards you're going to throw for whatever the question was. He's basically saying, how about 6,000? You want a number. And what he was really saying was it doesn't matter how many yards we throw for. We could throw for 10,000 yards, but the point is we're going to try to win the game. Someone's going to misconstrue that. Someone's going to misconstrue that. We could throw for 2,000. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. What we care about is what we need to do to win the game, play winning football, winning offense. And I know that's what Lamar was saying, which he tried to explain yesterday again. And I'm sure those who were listening, they understood it. So, but thanks. Thanks for the opportunity.
That's okay. I'm just tweeting out that John Harbaugh said 10,000 yards.
Freaking media.
John, how encouraging was David Ajabo's form, and how much progress have you seen him make just being in the building and now being healthy?
Yeah, great question. All those pass rushers for sure, Adafe and Ajabo, you kind of put them together. But David has done great. He looks great to me. I told him today, I'm really excited to see him when the pads come on, see what he can do. Those guys, we've definitely been holding those guys back. I mean, it's not a pass rush. It's a pass rushing technique camp, but we're staying away from the quarterback. And we will be in training camp too, but we will have one-on-ones and things like that. I can't wait to see those guys roll, for the games. Preseason games are going to take on a big-time added interest watching those guys rush the passer.
John, you said at the end of the season that, I think you mentioned about revamping the wide receiver room a little bit. Did you envision, you have like 5 former first-round picks.
Yeah, it's exactly what we had in mind, Of course. I envisioned us doing the best we could. And ignoring much of the media reports that, receivers didn't want to come here and all that nonsense, And that's what you do, because I feel like this is a great destination for any player all the time, especially guys that love football. Now, if you don't like football, and you don't like to practice, you don't like to lift weights, you don't like meetings, it's not your thing, then you definitely don't want to come to Baltimore. But if you like football, you love football, and you like to compete, you're tough, and you're smart, and you like to be a good teammate, this is definitely the place for you. And those guys saw that, and now we got to go get good. Okay, how good are we? We're as good as we play, and that's the next step.
I'm wondering, John, do you embrace the attention? You can't walk past the TV in the morning or in the afternoon without seeing a block on the Ravens. Do you tell your players don't look at that, or it's there,
Do you tell your kids not to look at TV and social media, right? They're going to look at it, to your point. So the answer is no. I think it's a great question. And I think our guys understand, what it means to be a professional. And, there's a lot of things that are said that aren't positive either, and you're not going to live in that world either. So I think we focus on being as good of a football team and get our execution to where it needs to be, then go out there and let it rip on game day and see what happens.
John, were Beckham and Stanley just that day kind of thing?
No, they had issues. Odell, I think he got a hold of some bad fish or something yesterday, and he was very sick. And Ronnie he got stepped on, and I think it was Ronnie's choice, just to play it safe a little bit, and I was fine with that.
John, I know it may be very premature. You kind of alluded that we may see guys like Ajabo in preseason. We didn't see any starters in the preseason last year. Have you thought of it?
Did we not play Ajabo in the preseason last year? You got to have a short memory. I'm an old corner, right? Goldfish. He wasn't. Oh, Ajabo. I was thinking Odafe. Did we see Odafe last year? I think we did. We did. Pass rushes we did. Okay, yeah, thank you. He did play. Okay, so with that in context, because you were kind of taking the context in another direction.
I don't even know if you thought about it, but have you thought about how you want to handle it?
Well, those two guys are going to get out there. Yeah, they'll get out there.
You do 2 more guys.
John, did the limited snaps or absences of some of those top line receivers, do you think that's going to get in your way of evaluation of this passing game? Not having Bateman.
I would say we're not evaluating it yet. Zay had a soft tissue thing he was fighting through for the last couple of weeks. That's not unexpected for rookies that come in and do a lot of running, although he is in great shape. So we're gonna have a lot of bodies in here, all competitive guys fighting for either spots in the team or practice squad spots. So as long as our numbers stay high, it won't be a problem. I do want to see all the starters out there in training camp. Obviously, we need that. They need to be out there practicing, and when they're not, that's something you have to overcome. So hopefully they'll all be out there and be rolling the whole time.
Obligatory question of, the last time we see you before training camp, there's speculation about what possible addition you guys can make. I'm sure you're going to, it's an ongoing dialogue with Eric. I guess just kind of where do you think this roster stands and maybe what it might need before.
Right. I mean, to me, the roster is good enough to go play, with no changes, and it's never so good that it can't be improved, So if there's an opportunity, I'm sure that we'll, and because that's how Eric thinks, we'll make the most of it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.